Let's go, I think, to maybe our game of the week because our esteemed gentleman on the right, DK, representing the spoiler makers, getting out the sledge. This is gonna
Don't
be a
you,
fun one.
Boggsy? Don't you? Fucking, come on.
um, this is gonna be a 3:30 kick on CBS. Number 18 Notre Dame taking on the Purdue Boilermakers. Notre Dame a 10-point favorite in spite of the fact that they just lost to Northern Illinois. Um, DK, I'm going to go to you first. Who you got in this one?
These cats up at wherever Notre Dame, I forget what they're at. Anyway, yeah, Notre Dame ain't ready. They're not ready for the buzzsaw. I would feel better if it was a night game like Boggs you referred to earlier. It's a 3:30 kick, which is I think rigged. I think Notre Dame didn't want to play us at night, which I understand. But yeah, I'm gonna go. Hudson Card's gonna go bananas. You got Seven, who's a baller, who is like the size of a lineman or a tight end, but he's playing at wide receiver. It's Maccabee's going to go bananas. Jordan Love's going to go bananas. We're going to have a hell of a game. I mean, I'll be there. I'll be in the stands. Real excited to see it. Boilers by a billion.
Nice.
Hammer it down.
Boilers by a billion. Boggsy, what you think?
It's South Bend, Indiana,
That's it.
Dylan. I don't know if you've ever heard of it or not, since you're
I
rooting for a
don't.
team
It's
from
not a
that
real
state.
place. It's not a real place. We know it.
No,
Oh,
many would
man.
agree with you. They would say it's a magical place.
Yeah.
I'm not one of those people. Although I predicted that Notre Dame would go 12-0 and be the fifth ranked team in the playoffs. That didn't happen. However, I heard today that there was a very good excuse as to why Notre Dame lost that game last week. Their tablets weren't working on the sideline. Did you guys
Oh,
hear that?
I did
that's
not.
it.
Oh yeah, their tablets
Goodness.
weren't working all game long, and so they have a built-in excuse as to why they lost to the team that was ranked second to last in the MAC in
Hmm.
Northern Illinois.
That's tough.
Youch. Okay, here's the thing. If Notre Dame comes out and they do not play inspired football, Purdue's going to beat them.
Mhm.
And then the fire Marcus Freeman chants are going to get very loud in South Bend and all across the country because Notre Dame fans are everywhere. So here's the
Unfortunately.
thing. This pick is for the Wild Man. Chris Wilds cannot stand Marcus Freeman.
Oh.
He hates him because he's a former Buckeye who's turned his back on Ohio State and talks all kinds of trash. I'm wearing the Chris Wilds Memorial Trophy, half Purdue, half Ohio State. This week, we're going to have back-to-back call-in shows on the Always Irish where people are going to be crying and upset because Purdue is going to shock the world and beat Notre Dame 31-28 by a
Oh.
field goal. It's not by a billion, but give it to Purdue. They're going to shock them this week.
Come
I
on, Guggenheim. Come on.
Jump on the
it's
train.
coming. It's
Jump on the
coming.
train. Choo
So
choo. Come on, ride that
here's
train.
my
And
here's
ride it.
my
Choo choo. Come on, ride that train. And ride it. Choo choo.
wow. We got a reference back to the 90s. I love it. This
Oh,
is
we got
good.
karaoke night breaking out.
People are gonna be like, did I let's start listening to a football podcast or a karaoke show? What's going on? Um, Riley Leonard is playing hurt. He was not good.
In his soul or in
No,
his
like
body.
he's hurt, like he's actually injured. Like I think he had maybe a sprained labrum
I
or
would say
something.
that too if I lost to Northern Illinois.
But so he's playing hurt in this game, which I think people are concerned about because he didn't play well. He hasn't played well healthy. Um, the other thing that was an interesting stat for me, Northern Illinois allowed 15 points to Western Illinois, the same team that Indiana beat 77-3. Maybe the worst team in Division I. They allowed 14 to Notre Dame. Now, granted, 2 of those points was a safety, so technically their defense didn't allow more points than against Notre Dame. However, I think Notre Dame's win against Texas A&M was a bit of fool's gold. I think the offensive line, because of the injuries up front, I think their offensive line is average. I think Hudson Card's the best quarterback they have faced up to this point.
Amen.
Easily.
Yeah.
Purdue's coming off a bye. It's at home. I think Notre Dame's going to struggle to score in this game. I think they're going to have to settle for field goals. 27-16 Purdue.
Let's go.
And I think Purdue shows, like I've been saying for the past several weeks now, Purdue is better than people think.
I love this show.
Purdue is better than people think. And I think the 2 best teams in Indiana are the Hoosiers and the Boilermakers.
One. There's one. There's one.
So you're saying that Notre Dame's on par with the Sycamores?
No. Don't put words in my
The
mouth.
Fighting
Okay.
Larry
All right,
Bird.
Guggenheim, listen. Can I add one more thing to your analysis?
Yes, go for it.
Notre Dame does not have an offensive identity.
They don't have an offensive line. Oh,
They do not have an offensive identity. And just if there's any Notre Dame fans who are listening to this, mark my words, you're about to lose a couple more recruits, including Deuce Knight.
They're coming to Purdue.
He's not coming to Purdue. He's going to stay in the South. But things are about to get really bad in South Bend. Really bad.
Yep.
You hate to see it.
Yeah. Well, and
you don't, so.
I think it's to the point, like, and I unlike Chris Wilds, I want Marcus Freeman to succeed. I know he's said disparaging things about Ohio State at times, but he's a Buckeye, and I want to see him do well. But I just think he got elevated too quickly.
He did.
Great coach. Like I think he will be a great coach.
He doesn't know what he's doing as a head coach, and that's like Ryan Day had to make that analogy. Ryan Day had to learn on the job as well, right? Yeah. And he had some growing pains, but he got to grow in an F1 car.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Big difference here.
Yeah.
And Notre Dame's not that. You know, they're more of like a stock car here. Okay. So, but here's the thing about Marcus Freeman that I just want people to realize. Last week, if I'm a Notre Dame fan, I am so discouraged by what I saw last week. How many times did he turn to his little analytics guy on beside him to ask him what the analytics say we should be doing in this situation?
Mm-hmm.
You can't do that as a head coach.
Yep.
That tells me that he is indecisive as a head coach, which means he's second guessing himself. That's not good. Not good at all.
Yeah, I mean it's good to have analytics, but you better know in your gut what you're going to do. Like
you know who knows what to do in their gut? Ryan Walters.
Yep. I think so. To that point too, I think Ryan Walters' defense in year 2, I think is going to surprise people, and I think a big part of this too is Notre Dame's offense is struggling. Ryan Walters is a defense first guy, and I think they're going to cause some havoc.
He's going to dial it up, man.
Yeah.
That quarterback's in trouble.
Yeah. So
if they go to Carr, their backup, if they go to Carr, it'll be the first time he's been in a game, right? He's a true freshman.
Yeah.
That kid's going to be like a deer in the headlights.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ross say it's scary.
Yep.
At night, not during the day. I've been there during the day. It's a lovely place.
It was scary because you found out they didn't build that stadium with guys like us.
No,
those seats are not made for people like us. Let me tell you.
Man.
I've seen Zach Edey and Isaac Harms and Will Berg. I've seen these guys try to sit in the bench seating at Ross-Ade. Their knees face this way while their face sits this way. I don't know how they do it. It's wild.
Oh man, they need a chiropractor afterwards.
Yeah, I need one afterwards. Golly. Shout out Big Mac Mary. But
Oh man. Well, this has been fun, and we kept it under an hour and a half.
Wait a second. We're missing one game.
Which game?
Ohio State's game.
Oh, they're on a bye.
who needs it?
They're on an improvement week.
They are going to improve like no one's ever improved before.
You know,
Okay.
Marshall.
No, November 9th. Be ready. Okay. Old DK's coming to Columbus.
You-
We're going to race.
I
some
can't
game.
wait for you to come. Hey,
gonna
by
be
the
great.
way, this is a little off topic. There's a lot of Purdue people who have contacted me from our Purdue preview.
Yeah.
Who are like, hey, we're coming to the game. We'd like to meet you. They don't want to meet you. They want to meet me.
Yeah, I get it.
that?
I get it.
Mm.
Listen. The only thing I get yelled at me at games is Purdue used to have an inflatable mascot named Rowdy, and I've been asking where he's been for years now. And so one of my slogans on the podcast is "Where's Rowdy?" So once in a while, and while I'm walking through Ross-Ade Stadium, I'll hear, "Where's Rowdy?" And I'm like, "I don't know. It's a good question." That's the only time I get recognized is when people ask me where the
Where's
inflatable
Rowdy
mascot-
guy?
Yeah, where's this Rowdy guy at?
That's awesome.
But
You
that's
need, to
Although-
write, you need to write a children's book about that. Instead of
Although
Where's Waldo?
That's a good
the
idea.
thing. Here's the thing. The Boilers buy a billion hats are going to start to show up at Ross-Ade now. Like, it's going to be a thing,
Listen.
dude.
Yeah, I got to get it trademarked ASAP.
Yep.
Yeah.
Royalties. There you go.
There you go.